Welcome to Game Day, ladies and gentlemen. The show that we take you on the wild ride through Northwest sports. Buckle up. I'm Matthew Owens.
And I'm Jack Burton. To start off the show, I'm going to kick it to Caitlin, who's going to show us some soccer highlights.
The boys' varsity soccer team fought hard these past weeks. On the 7th, they faced Mill Valley, but they lost 3-1. The goal was made by sophomore Cole Slack with an assist by Henry Fears in the first half. On the 12th, they faced Shawnee Mission East, and they also lost 3-1. The goal was made by Bryce Combs in the second half.
Thanks, Caitlin. Now it's time to do some jumps and flips with the gymnastics team. Spencer has those highlights.
Shawnee Mission Northwest Gymnastics continues to impress the Sunflower League and clearly has no comparable competition. Here we see Sierra Ladesh perform a perfect round-off back handspring back layout. Then Haley Ross performs a nice, well-executed back handspring. There's a reason she's athlete of the week. Then we have Isabel Dory on the vault doing a good half on, half off. Then Zoe Kopp doing a well-practiced front handspring pass during her core routine. Then onto Macy Walsh with a nice landing on the front handspring half. Onto the bars with Zoe Kopp again and her perfection of the kip flyaway. Then lastly, Beverly Shanky and a nice little handstand on the balance beam. That's it for KUGR Gymnastics.
Thank you, Spencer. Now I'm going to toss the ball to Matt for this week's football highlights.
It was a gorgeous night for football last Friday night at Shawnee Mission North Stadium as the Cougars took on the Lancers. Scary play early in the game as East quarterback Andy Maddox gets injured with an apparent knee injury. He would return later. But the backup quarterback Milton Brash steps right up as he connects with the tight end Harrison Gooley for the 32-yard touchdown. This put the Lancers up early in the first half. The Lancers defense stifled the Cougars offense as they allowed only 59 passing yards along with holding the Cougar rushing attack to 60 yards. They took a 28-0 lead into the break. In the second half, the East offense began where it last left, including the 60-yard reception to the speedy Kellen Bolton. The best play of the night, though, came on this Floyd Martin fumble recovery that was jarred loose by none other than B.J. Harvey. The Cougars fall 41-0 and are now 0-2 on the season.
In other sports, soccer beat Park Hill South 2-1. Volleyball went 3-2 this weekend playing in the MoCan tournament. Congrats to B.J. Harvey and Abrielle Jarrett for winning Athlete of the Month. Keep up the good work. Now I'm going to throw it to Matt, who's going to give us a preview of this week's game.
This week, the Cougars face the Bulldogs of Grandview in this border war matchup. The Grandview Bulldogs are 1-3 with a win against Park Hill South. And when I looked at the schedule before the season started, this was the outlier. This was the one game that I was unsure about how both teams would play, especially how Grandview would play. But what I do know for sure is going to be nothing like the game against Shawnee Mission East. East is methodical in their offensive and defensive schemes, while Grandview relies on their athletes, purebred athletes, to win the game. Now, they do have some very athletic players, which could create some difficulty for the Cougar defense. But I do believe that the air raid offense will get back on track this week and take advantage of Grandview's weak defense, which has allowed at least 21 points per game, and it's an average let in 30 points per game. Here's Bo Black with some more information.
Grandview's biggest strength is their athletic ability, and they have a lot of it, and a lot of team speed. So of every team we play this year, I don't know if we'll face a team that has more raw athletic ability than Grandview. I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting matchup. I think the biggest problem with it is last year in the 14-game matchup, Missouri was 14-0 and Kansas was 0-14. And a little bit of that is, they start 3 weeks before the Kansas schools do, and they have 2 games in before we ever get started. So some of that's not fair, but I do like the matchup, and I think it's intriguing for a lot of people in the area.
Thanks, Bo Black. Now this week's profile is on Northwest gymnast Hallie Ross. If you enjoy watching Cougars gymnastics, then you've probably heard the name Hallie Ross. Hallie Ross, a senior who recently joined the Northwest gymnastics team, but she easily shows why she belongs after her impressive performance in the Vikings meet last Tuesday, bringing Northwest another first-place title. Today, Hallie shows us what it is like being a top-tier gymnast.
I started in little kid classes when I was 3, and then I just gradually moved up levels and kept going, and I switched around gyms and stuff, but just get better and better. I think my favorite part of being on the gymnastics team this year is just getting to meet a lot of people that I didn't necessarily have a friendship with in the prior years, that this has brought new friends. I like competing on all events in gymnastics and like overall just competing, but I'd say the best part is showing off like everything you've been working so hard on. All my coaches have been very influential, but I'd say definitely the girls who have been a higher level than me when I was little that I looked up to that would still be encouraging and encourage me to keep going. I think gymnastics is all about like pushing boundaries and just pushing yourself to see what you're capable of doing, and I don't know, it's kind of amazing when you do stuff that you never thought you'd be able to.
Coach Rude talks to the Ocho team on the presence and leadership that Hallie Ross brings to the gymnastics team in her first year.
Hallie brings a sense of confidence to the team. She comes in here and knows what she can do, and even if she makes mistakes, she's willing to get right back on an event and repeat it and fix it and learn from it. So her greatest strength is probably her sense of calmness. She's very even-keeled and level-headed, and nothing really makes her emotional in here, especially when she is dealing with challenges on whatever event she's at the time.
Now it's time for the Twitter Q&A. You ask us the questions, we give you the results. Caitlin, our producer today, is going to tell us some questions that me and Jack will answer. We have not heard these questions before.
All right, our first question is from Jack Burton, and it says, who's the most handsome drill team manager?
Sam Springer.
Personally, I'm going to have to disagree with that. I've been going to the gym quite frequently lately, once a month, so I'm going to have to go with Jack Burton.
All right, our next question comes from Calvin Howard, and it says, would you rather wear shirts 2 sizes too big or 1 size too small?
2 sizes too big. The dryer's there for a reason. Put it on there for about an hour and a half, 3 hours maybe, and that should be down 2 sizes.
I have to go 1 size too small. I like to pop the guns. As I mentioned previously, I go to the gym quite frequently now, at least once a month. I mean, I'm purebred athlete, beefcake, whatever you want to say. I'm the best.
Purebred athlete, all right then.
Okay, our third question is also from Calvin, and it says, are you more of a red grape fan or green grape fan?
Red grape, red state.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there, Matt. I'm more of a green grape guy. I like the sour, tangy flavor of green grapes.
Tangy flavor.
Thank you, guys.
That's the truth. Thanks for Caitlin for those questions. Next week, make sure you tweet at the KUGR Twitter account. We'll answer your questions on the show. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part, Challenge Matt Owens. Hello, I'm Matt Owens, and every week I challenge one athlete to beat me in their sport. This week, it's Hallie Ross. You have been challenged. This is Challenge Matt Owens. Here we go. There's 5 challenges. If you complete the challenge, you get 1 point. The person with the most at the end of 5 challenges will win the event. First challenge is touch your toes. All right, let's do this. Feet together, legs straight. 3, 2, and 1. All right. That's a point for me. That was pretty easy. Who can last longer on a handstand? All right, that was a solid second, I think. 1, but let's see about round 2. Challenge 3, it's cartwheel time. You get to go first.
Oh, this one's gonna be a little rough, so don't judge.
I gotta be lenient and say 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna give her an 8.
Chalked up, ready to go.
8 out of 10.
7.5.
Now it's time for the floor routine.
I'm going to go with a good 9.5.
A 9 on Hallie.
I like the style. Bonus points. Repetition.
Matt's was pretty deep, so I'm going to have to give him a 10 out of 10.
A 9 to Matt as well. I could give him an 8 on that one.
I'm going to have to give him a 9. For Hallie, Hallie's was very loud, and it seemed almost like this was her first time doing gymnastics. So I'm also going to have to give Hallie a 7.5.
For Hallie, it looked pretty straightforward, pretty basic, you know, following through with the technique. So I'm gonna have to give a solid 9.5 on that one.
But I think Hallie won, so congratulations.
You put up a good fight.
Thank you. You beat Matt Owens. Until next week, folks, I'm Matt Owens. You may have lost that one, But next week, it is the third time. And you know what they say about the third time? Third time's the charm. For Matthew Owens.
And Jack Burton.
Remember that the game's played between the lines, but all the fun happens afterwards. Have a great week, Northwest. And remember, check out this week's broadcast of the Grandview football game. Friday night. Me and Josh Scherfer on the call. Don't want to miss that if you don't want to make the long trek out to Grandview. So have a great rest of your week. Sniped!